All right, let's talk Nate Sudfeld. Yo, Nate Sudfeld's a problem. I don't understand why he's on the team. Like when he plays, I feel like he has no sense of the game situation or competing, or it's practice to him. And if he does something ridiculous, it's like, oh well, it's just a rep that doesn't count. I don't know. He doesn't seem like a leader. He doesn't seem like a quarterback. He seems awful. And he seems so bad that I was thinking like CJ Beathard was better than this guy. I was watching CJ the other day for the Jaguars. He's still terrible, but he's better than Nate Sudfeld. This guy fumbled a snap at a delayed game penalty, has some awful misses. I don't see it with him. And it's like, why did you spend 4 years developing and defending CJ Beathard, developing and playing Nick Mullins, to just give up on both of them and bring in some guy who's worse than him? Worse. Nate Sudfeld. You spent all that time and effort on CJ Beathard, making him look good, working with him, sending him to gurus, telling people he was good, telling people he was a lot like Kirk Cousins. Then you're like, all right, I was wrong. Let's bring in Nate Sudfeld. Who's legitimately worse? How did that happen? I'm really questioning this whole quarterback decision-making process. Like, you kept Jimmy Garoppolo even though you don't like him, and he is continuing to play himself out of a starting job. You traded up for Trey Lance, who may not even be better than Justin Fields. You probably could have just stayed at 12 and taken someone just as good. I don't know if Trey Lance is ever going to be worth that number 3 pick. We'll see. Then you got rid of 2 backups and brought in a worse one. I don't know. And you got rid of Shane Day, who's a bad quarterback coach, and brought back the other guy. Don't you know someone better than that? I don't know. And the fact that Rich Gangarello, the first thing he wanted to do was bring in Nate Sudfeld. What does that say about Rich? That's who you thought was good? I don't know. The fact that Nate Sudfeld has nothing in common with Trey Lance is troubling, because Lance is one of these quarterbacks like Kyler Murray, Justin Fields, who's going to run a lot. You'd think the backup could do some of the same stuff because that's the offense now. But no, he's here running the would-be Mac Jones offense. They signed Nate Sudfeld maybe when Kyle Shanahan thought he was going to get Mac Jones. And then 3 weeks later, he checked social media. It was like, ooh, can't do that. Let me take Trey Lance. But I still have Nate Sudfeld just in case. I don't know. I just felt like Kyle always thought CJ Beathard was the greatest quarterback of all time. To dump him for Nate Sudfeld that's messed up. Also, remember how Kyle Shanahan used to call plays for CJ Beathard anytime he played, especially preseason? A lot of rollout dump-off passes that made him look like he was 11 for 13 when really Kittle was doing all the work. Where is that stuff for Lance? They've called one so far. He completed it to Richie James. Go back and watch CJ's starts in preseason. It's just the easiest throws of all time where he's getting outside the pocket left and right over and over and over again. But Lance has to stay in the pocket because he's not CJ. I just, Big Grant Cohn, what's up? Jeremy? Will says, think Rosen requested to be dropped? Maybe. I think Rosen needs to prove to the world that he really wants to play football. I think the NFL didn't like his attitude, and no one wants to really give him a chance to compete. No one really is going to give him a fair shot the way that Sam Darnold's getting a fair shot. So go to Canada. Go prove it like Jeff Garcia did. If you're really good, you'll win an MVP in Canada. You'll be back in a couple of years. And everyone will respect you for humbling yourself and going out and proving it. So I think the thing with Rosen is he throws too many picks. He needs a coach who basically finds him $10,000 for every pick, but also says to him, I believe you can be special. Here's my plan for you. He needs to feel like the coach is invested so he can prove the guy right. At the same time, there needs to be harsh consequences for interceptions for Josh Rosen because he throws too freaking many of them. $10K for every one. And if you can't afford it, he can afford it. He's made some millies in this league. $10K a pick, even in practice. Josh, they should do the same thing with Jimmy Garoppolo. It should be $100K a pick. $100K a pick every time Jimmy Garoppolo throws one in practice. Maybe that'll help him fix the problem. I should be a quarterback coach. I mean, hey, if Rich Gangarello can do it, why can't I? He was never a quarterback. Played Pop Warner, apparently. Melvin the Magnificent says, Grant, is there a way you can have Steve Young come on the Cohn show? I think it would be awesome if you had some old Niners come on and get their take. Yeah, hopefully. I've interviewed him a few times. Maybe he will. I don't know. He's a very busy guy. I probably have to pay him a lot of money. Ethan says, do you think they're not letting Lance run full drives with the first string because the media's at practices still? He did. They did in the second one in LA. They gave him a full drive. They let him throw. I do think they waited as long as possible. I think they didn't want the media to see it. But Jimmy's been playing so poorly and throwing so many interceptions that they had to fast forward Trey Lance's development. That's what I think. They were hoping that Jimmy Garoppolo would afford them more time, and he's like, nope. I'm going down. Thank you for the 99 cents. I appreciate it. Marcus says, does JaMychal Hasty get a spot over Gallman or Mitchell? I think maybe Mitchell. Mitchell hasn't done anything. Mitchell's hurt. They could put him on IR or PUP. Jody says, Grant, my man, we need to remember Lance had not played a game in over a year, right? Don't we expect NFL to be another level of difficulty? Yes. And I do think he can improve. I just wonder about the coaching, really. They should make touch throws a point of emphasis. And I'm there in practice. I'm watching. They're not. That's all I'm saying. Come on. They should make scramble drills a point of emphasis, touch throws a point of emphasis. Nice and easy. It's like he's like Happy Gilmore learning how to putt. Okay, Happy. Nice and easy. He needs to go find his happy place at the amateur golf, mini golf place right now. Because right now he's throwing 5-yard slants like he's trying to knock the nose off that clown. If you know what I'm talking about at Happy Gilmore at the mini golf place, he's throwing those slants with anger. You need to chill. Go to your happy place. Just tap it in. Just tap it in. Give it a little tappy. Tap, tap, taparoo. That's you, Lance. Come on. Give it a little tappy. The first 2 Adam Sandler movies are really good. And then he went on an impressive streak of awful movies. I mean, I don't think anyone's made more bad movies than Adam Sandler. Hollywood just kept writing him checks like, oh, you want to make this stupid? Go for it, man. People love you. But those first 2, do you think Lance looks over it when he goes to the sideline and Shanny starts talking to him? Yeah, man. I think he looks at the film. I think he's a hardworking, earnest young man.